now for the camp last week.
It was 1 p.m. or 1 a.m. last week.
Are you doing?
I guess it was planning commission meeting, that way.
So,
My mother-in-law.
Yeah, she's here just.
My mother-in-law after and there's one person dropped off. And they were succeeding, but it's over trying to get our kids.
Get here late, you walk around the corner, they make it bad. I thought Governor was bad, he come
I'm taking on a whole new road.
She's mayor.
Well, I was at one time, but I felt like, we could have an eye told and all like that. I didn't want to be called that, because that's the job of my life. That's right.
I am controlling the mayor field.
To do what I call principals in the school system, they're warlords.
Fox News in the background. In my office, anyway, some guy that they named to be the next supreme leader. I told us already to be in 2 days. No, I don't want that. They've taken that, the one that gets the chief is to be chief, I think, to the next level.
The boys, kids, whatever,
They won't get that straight over.
8, something like that. Gabriel wanted to assert his
What are we doing?
elders, brothers road.
If they're not picking up these
He went down this road. It's actually a pretty little lengthy description of, I'm the eldest, my birthright, I get to be king, all that kind of language. And then when at the end of this little escapade, I was like, go back to history, look how many little brothers killed. He's died in their sleep.
We just had an ordeal last week that blowed up.
It's not that far, is it? I hear about all that.
He lies in the head that we're
I don't
trying to
know
get him. All the truth was he gave his little brother a test. No blow down.
The last part.
I can understand it, I can understand too, people are frustrated.
Well, they ain't behaved themselves.
I mean, we can change the role when the board got back. What happens is,
Pretty smooth.
we have a lot of retaliatory neighbors. I'm mad at Frank, but Frank's dog come my yard, so I call him and show him his dog up. And then we get rid of the dog 3 days. So you got that fine line where you're gonna cross it.
Take a chance to get out of town.
Yeah, we did. Daughter's husband's out on 6-week rotation again. The field company.
When I went last week, I had to work
I couldn't let it go.
that dog was on somebody. There's nobody that abandoned okay.
It would be all right. Well,
Yeah.
that won't come in that training.
So 2 boys on there, we're gonna have to just look at that.
Close to Gabriel. Well, it's a new post. Hour north of National.
Right.
That's gonna make the next evening we can drive.
It's actually not a bad drive.
It's free.
It's beautiful.
I don't know if you're going to drill it.
I was at another but it's on the
I guess we'll make it. How many more
No, it's just really right there.
This right there.
It's right, yeah. Part of it. Part of it. I got like, I remember that in Tennessee, part of it.
That's the bad
You
part.
drive to the main gate, you're going to
Problem with that is the same as Herman Auto is, there's no way to get there except through Atlanta.
Thank you.
Hey, you're right. Yeah, look, bad enough. It's a certain time.
I'd like to welcome everybody to the Madison County Board of Commissioners General Session Work Session, public meeting, March 2nd, 2026 at 6 p.m. And, we'll call this meeting to order, and I'll start off with Chairman's report, and I'll be brief since we just had a meeting last week. The Madison County BOC has received a notice of the termination of an intergovernmental agreement with the City of Hull for administration and enforcement of state minimum codes for construction. The City of Hull will provide these services to the residents of Hull. So the county will no longer be doing that for them. I do think that that's, Christina, that is also code enforcement and building inspection, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yes, sir, building inspection, code enforcement, animal
Animal
control. Yes, sir.
The chamber will be hosting the State of the County on March 24th at 8:30 a.m. at the Madison County Agricultural Center. We encourage citizens to register to attend. This is a great opportunity to get caught up on county, Board of Education, IDBA, and all municipalities, all things government. You can go to the chamber's website. There's a link there if you'd like to register that you're going to attend. They normally have a breakfast. Probably what you're trying to do is get a head count for that. I think it's about an hour and a half presentation total with time prior and after for mainly meet and greet. Lastly, congratulations to the Danisville Fire Hall on yet another great chicken mull dinner. I think the county, if you didn't make it to it, you missed it. Big turnout. It's not just a chicken mull, but it's more or less a county reunion from people you didn't see since the last chicken mull. So anyway, great job at the fire department with that. Business involving guest groups or multiple visitors, public hearing on action and zoning matters. Mr. Canola Scott.
All right, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
You have to sit for about an hour. All right, we have 6 tonight. Linda Folsom, applicant for her husband Lamar Folsom, is requesting to rezone his 2.1 acre from AR to A2 to combine with A2 adjoining property for a total of 13.19 acres for tax purposes. The property is located on 0 Miller McElreath Road in Danielsville, map 52, parcel 010-02 in District 2. Public hearing was held. No one came forward for or in opposition to this rezone request. The planning and zoning voted 4-0, because we're short one, 4-0 to recommend approval.
Thank you, sir. Is there anyone here to speak in favor of this rezone request?
I'm just gonna speak so I can say hello to those of y'all that I didn't get to speak to. Y'all have to excuse my voice. Since I retired, I've had cancer again, and this is what I'm left with. So, we're asking to rezone this 2-acre parcel that we rezoned out years ago for our youngest son, David. And David never was able to put a home there. He got real sick shortly thereafter, and we had to make plans elsewhere. So this little 2 acres never been used anything other than pasture. It's sitting out in the middle of one of our pastures. So we're just wanting to rezone it so that we can combine it back in with the other property and make it one tract again.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Anyone else here to speak in favor of this rezone request? Anyone here to speak in opposition to this rezone request? Hearing none, we'll close the floor, bring it back before the board. Gentlemen, I entertain a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I move this rezone request be approved as presented.
Motion by
Commissioner Chandler.
Second.
Second. By Commissioner Kirk. first and a second, any discussion, gentlemen? Hearing none, Commissioner Adams.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Motion carried.
Report thing.
Number 2, Art and Wendy Milliken are requesting to rezone their 1.34 acres from R2 to AR combined with their adjoining A2 property for a total of 11.95 acres for tax purposes. The property is located at 0 Spratman Mill Road in Hull on map 45, parcel 14-05 in District 1. Public hearing was held. No one came forward in favor of or in opposition to. The planning and zoning 4-0 to recommend approval.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Milliken, are you comfortable with that presentation? Is there anything you'd like to add?
No, that's basically it. We just had the previous owner had it divided, so his son could live on one, but he never built anything for that.
All right. Anyone here speaking in favor of this rezone request? Anyone here speaking in opposition? Hearing none, we'll close the floor, bring it back before the board, then I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion that, request be approved as presented.
Motion by Commissioner May, second by Commissioner Chandler. Any discussion, gentlemen? Commissioner Chandler?
Yes.
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 Motion carries. Thank you.
Number 3, Lola Blaylock absent for her grandparents, James and Carol Wheeler, requesting to rezone a 4-acre portion of their 154.93 acres from A1 to AR to allow the 4-acre portion to be spread out and gifted to their grandchild for home site. The remaining acres will remain in the A1 zone to be retained. The property is located at 0 South Railroad Avenue in Carlton on map 0111, parcel 86 in District 4. Public hearing was held. No one came forward for or in opposition to. The planning and zoning voted 4-0 to recommend approval.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Blaylock? Ms. Blaylock? Are you comfortable with that presentation? Is there anything you'd like to add?
That's fine.
All right. Anyone here speak in favor of this rezone request? Anyone here speak in opposition to this rezone request? Hearing none, we'll close the floor, bring it back before the board, gentlemen, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion that we rezone as requested.
A motion by Commissioner Kirk, we have a second.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Adams. Any discussion, gentlemen? Commissioner Matt?
Yes.
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 Motion carries.
Number 4, Mason Farm is requesting to rezone his 19.87 acres from A1 to A2 to bring the property into compliance with zoning regulations. The property is located at 169 Hillary Road in Danielsville on map 67, parcel 00A in District 2. During the public hearing, no one came forward for or against this rezone request. The planning and zoning voted 4-0 to recommend approval.
No, Mr. Chairman, it'd be appropriate for us to hear both these 4 answers together.
That's what I was fixing to say.
All right, number 5, Mason Farm, applicant for Stephanie Hillary, requesting to rezone her 16.1 acres from A1 to A2 to bring the property in compliance with zoning regulations. The property is located at 179 Hillary Road in Danielsville on map 67, parcel 5 in District 2. Again, no one came forward for or in opposition to. Therefore, the Planning and Zoning Commission voted 4-0 to recommend approval.
Thank you. Mr. Farm, are you comfortable taking this up with one vote? And is there anything you'd like to add? Are you comfortable with that presentation?
I'm fine with it.
All right. Gentlemen, we'll take that vote in one motion. I'll entertain a motion. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. Anyone here speaking in favor of this rezone request? Sorry, I got ahead of myself.
Yeah,
Anyone here speaking in opposition?
I'm just trying to get it all together as one zone.
This is the property that I spoke with, yeah, okay.
Been working this for a while.
Yeah. All right, anyone else here to speak in favor of this rezone request? Anyone here to speak in opposition? Hearing none, we'll close the floor, bring it back before the board, gentlemen, I entertain a motion for items 4 and 5.
Mr. Chairman, on both those items, 4 and 5, I move that rezone request be approved as presented.
Motion by Commissioner Chandler, do I have a second? Second by Commissioner Adams. Any discussion, gentlemen? Hearing none, Commissioner Kirk.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, Michael and Hannah Gaddis are requesting to rezone their 5 acres from A2 to AR to allow a second home on the property as an accessory dwelling unit for a family member. The property is located at 730 Fred McElreath Road in Danielsville, map 50, parcel 13A in District 4. Public hearing was held. There was no one came forward in favor of or in opposition to. The Planning and Zoning Commission voted 4-0 to recommend approval.
All right, thank you. Mr. Gaddis, are you comfortable with that presentation? Is there anything you'd like to add?
I'll just say that, we're trying to move the house there for my mother-in-law so we can be closer to her. I own the property already and she is living there as of now, but we want to move in close to her. And that's why we're doing this.
All right. Anyone here to speak in favor of this rezone request? Anyone here to speak in opposition? Hearing none, we'll close the floor, bring it back before the board. Gentlemen, I'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion that we approve this rezone request as presented.
Motion by Commissioner Kirk, we have a second. Second by Commissioner Adams. Any discussion, gentlemen? I got a question for Mike. Yeah, I know it's last minute. I did see something the other day in a rezone request about the accessory dwelling. It's been about a month ago. Canolas, did y'all happen to mention about the size of the accessory dwelling being larger or smaller than the primary dwelling?
Yes, sir, there was quite a bit of discussion on that, but, I think Mike can explain better than I can. I don't think we ever found a real
Definitive
definition
answer?
that it has to be larger or smaller.
Okay, I just want to make sure that
That's right.
that was addressed.
That's what I
it.
remember as well.
In the current discussion, there's been some discussion about that.
Okay. Thank you for picking that up. All right, good job. All right, so I have a motion and a second. Commissioner Foster.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Motion carries. Thank y'all. We'll move straight into old business. Yes,
So
sir.
before you move, we did have one other one that's not on the agenda tonight,
Okay.
but the planning and zoning voted to postpone because of some questions that we may have. So therefore, it was not brought before you tonight.
Is that about the 4 different tracks or something?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
She'll be on that April agenda.
Yes.
We did research that, provide that
Right.
answer to the planning department.
All right, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Good job.
There were some discussions about the email back and forth about the conditions of that property and some animal issues. Do we have a rule that, an ordinance that prohibits somebody from making a request if there's a violation on the property? Or
We don't. We talked about that too, and we don't.
Y'all have a good evening. All right, old business, there is no old business, so we'll go straight into new business. Discuss a beer and wine application for the Rose Development Clubhouse.
They've completed everything, they turned in everything, as it met all of the requirements. Now, we're just letting the advertisement run for its legal timeframe. So you'll vote on that at the end of the month. But they are applying for 2 different types of license.
All right, thank you. Consider reappointing Allison Carter as the District 4 member for the Recreational Advisory Board. Gentlemen, I think that was put on tonight's agenda from last month, or last week. So we can go ahead and move forward with that vote if you'd like.
I make a motion that we, reappoint Allison Carter to the District 4 member for the Recreation Advisory Board.
All right, I have a motion by Commissioner Kirk.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Coster. All right, any discussion on that one, gentlemen? Commissioner Adams?
Yes.
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 Good job.
With our thanks for all things for service.
That's right. Consider approving the changes to the language access plan for the Department of Community Affairs in regards to the Community Development Block Grant Project.
So the board's already approved the LAP plan, and then the DCA office come back and amended the plan, so Northeast Georgia sent it to us. What's highlighted is what's been added, that's the only amendment to it, but since it's a state document, it's been changed, the board has to reapprove that LAP. This is for the CDBG grant on, Stone Stewart Road.
Waterline, South 106.
Yes, sir.
I'll entertain a motion on this one, gentlemen.
I'll make a motion that the amended plan be approved as presented.
I have a motion by Commissioner Allen.
It's just one paragraph.
Yes, sir.
That is all I saw.
Yes, sir.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Chandler. Any other discussion, gentlemen, on this matter?
Curiosity, just from a budgetary standpoint, can we provide the services that's being required in-house, or we can farm that?
I think it's all farmed out on that one, but hang on.
Yes, it will be.
Yeah.
We'll do that. We went out, this is the project we hired Armatrop for. And we actually have just started receiving the drawings, the bid packet, I think at the end of last week. So we'll bid it out. We'll follow the Davis-Bacon, all of those requirements for this project. Yes, sir. And what we'll do is the county will purchase the material and we'll just contract out the labor.
All right.
No other discussion, Commissioner Chapman?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
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 Urgent matters.
I do have a question. I sent a contract today. I know you probably have not read it today. But this come up late Friday afternoon. I talked to Kat Mills with Advantage Behavioral, and the county has agreed to do the $50,000 contract to go towards that mobile unit that they have. So they are wanting to park it here at Memorial Park. I believe she discussed that with us when she made that presentation. So she's asking to power it here, us to put in an outlet here, and that they would pay for that, pay for the power. So my question to Mike is this a contract, because it's so small monetarily, that I need the BOC as a board to review the contract and approve it, or is it something they can say, yes, we've heard this, yes, we're fine with the general consensus of what's going on? The only reason why I asked that is because our next meeting is like 3 weeks from now, and so I wanted to know how I needed to respond to her tomorrow.
Gotcha. The only thing that makes me think that it probably needs board approval, official board approval, is that, the chair has the dollar threshold, but I think the board still controls property use.
Yes, okay. All right. So y'all should see that on the next agenda then. It's just for them to park a few certain days out of the week, plug it in, pay for the power.
I had a question for you, and we still didn't answer, is how we're gonna measure this power usage.
Yeah, I didn't see
I
that.
won't put anything in the bind as far as they won't need it before we can approve it.
They shouldn't, I mean, it's an RV, so they should go to run it off a generator or do a 50 to 30 adapter, and use what's out there now, and just make that work until we get something in place.
Just so everybody's clear, where it'll be in the back corner of the parking lot. We have a power distribution box right there. We're just gonna run a pigtail out buried across the lot, stub up a outlet with a 30 amp circuit on it. And they're gonna pay the cost for all that.
Yeah.
So, I guess the contract is more just saying, okay, now that it's in the ground, you're giving me 1 year contract that I could use that for X dollars.
Well, we already, I'm sorry, but we already have an agreement with Advantage for
We do.
behavior. Couldn't we just make this an amendment to that and proceed?
I thought about that too.
Okay.
That might be an easier.
That would
way
be
to
the
do it.
cleanest way. That way, the 3-week threshold that we're targeting, they can take care of it.
Exactly, yeah.
This is something we don't
Need to hear again.
And then we can just get the amendment to y'all at the next meeting.
Correct.
Just
Okay.
adding this to the existing agreement.
Okay.
But I still have a question about power usage paying for, so they're gonna pay for all the construction work, and that's fine.
Yeah.
I hadn't made it to that part of the conversation with Todd yet on what his
Oh,
thoughts were.
okay.
It's probably
but
just gonna be a
it's-
set fee per day, like $25 for the day. They can plug into it, and they're gonna say, okay, we're gonna use it
Okay.
24 times a year
Yeah,
at $25 a trip, so
Okay.
the dollar figure will be this round amount.
Yeah,
if y'all can give me something like that, then that'll work.
You got it.
okay. Terry, did you?
Just one thing you see with the also.
No,
They don't be using any
maybe
of that.
something in that manner.
So, all right, perfect. I got a quick question after the meeting for you. Executive session to discuss real estate acquisition, personal matters, potential litigation, sir.
No, sir.
Commissioner Doster.
Move adjourned.
Go back to Daniel Haygood. He told me if they had one time, it was 10 minutes, and say, well, we got one, it was about 19 minutes, but it had 6 trees on it.
That's,
And tell him have that.
Tell them these things to do them a little quicker than he does. Based on the short, small things.
We were should be seven.
Yeah, I think they never had 6 weeks on.
No.
19 minutes. That is really good.
Jordan, we
No,
used
it's
to
not
get
ready.
to one
Go,
It's all right.
But it's easy to go from smaller to bigger. That's easy.
That's right. Yeah, it's, some of it's amazing.
As long as nobody's mentioning 2 acres.
We have a meeting Friday. We're gonna talk about, a lot of things.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Like that, we just say we need another one.
Yeah, well, you see that.
We've got a guy.
We
We
do.
can reach out.
I think Bill, it seems to be,
Buildings.
north of the same guy.
Yeah.
Kind of get your idea on a few things, what you're thinking.
Just to keep everybody honest, we've
That's
got,
good.
So he can kind of have more.
we don't like those lights on contract.
All right. All right. Please, your crew good?
Yes, yes.
We put that in our page.
Okay.
Like, you need to settle on this rotation, where's this rotation?
That's the one habit she does very well.